Welcome back into Twin Cities Live. You know, they say, I don't know who they is.
Who's they?
But they say hometowns in The Bachelor may be the most important episode of the season. I don't know, that's what they say. It gives The Bachelor a chance to see what their life would look like outside of the production and the planned dates.
Yeah, I mean, this is a process. You have to trust the process. What did Grant learn about his final 4 contestants? Well, today, to break it all down for us, it's our esteemed Twin Cities Live producer and Bachelor superfan. Her name is Betsy Boo Boo Maleen.
Esteemed.
Wow.
How distinguished.
You didn't even write that. I added it for you.
Editorial, you know, you make your own choices there.
The judgment that I have, the control.
Thank you.
Unbelievable.
You're really going to change things up here. You
Guys,
know,
things are getting crazy.
Going crazy.
We're
You're
starting
going to
with our
start Thorne. Oh,
We're
wow.
starting with our Thorne, which it'll make sense once we get there. My Thorne is that Grant is really got a tough decision to make here. I think that his final 2 is between Juliana and Latia, no question. And both of them had really solid hometown dates. Juliana, who we're seeing here.
That's her, okay.
She is in Newton, Massachusetts. She has this huge Italian family. They went and made pizza together. What I loved about this is she's walking down the street in her hometown and people across the street are like, Jules, what are you doing? You know, and it's like, you can just tell she lives in one of those places where everyone knows everybody, everyone's friends with each other, and everyone knows, oh, our hometown hero's on The Bachelorette.
Yeah,
you know,
no
it's on The
kidding.
Bachelor.
Yeah.
So, if I were making the decision, I would pick Juliana. But he also had a great time with Latia. Latia is the Mormon contestant this season. Her hometown got introduced. They played tug of war. Grant lost heartily here.
Oh no.
This was
wow,
an intense
wow.
game of
Let's
tug
go.
of war to have at a hometown
Oh my
date.
gosh.
I know, and that's his Latia's dad too on the team that also just fell to the ground there. But yeah, I think that he might be a little bit less comfortable in her home. But I think he likes Latia enough that he doesn't really care that this would be a bit of a different fit for him.
But listen, we all know, I mean, this is just the truth of the matter. Religious differences can make a huge difference.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
maybe
they can.
it can also seem like one thing when you're dating, and it's a totally different thing when you're like having children and you're deciding how you want to raise them. I mean, that's
Right.
just something you have to think about.
Well, speaking of children, Latia is 31, and both her stepfather and mother took Grant aside and said she wants kids like yesterday. She wants to start on kids as soon as we can.
Yeah.
And Latia hasn't even brought that up to Grant. And I think that's a little strange. I think if you are someone who's really at the stage of your life where you want to start with kids, you got to kind of lead with that, because that ready for kids and ready for kids now are 2 very different things. And I don't know if Grant is ready for kids right now.
Yeah.
See the eye test? I think he and Juliana look like a better couple.
Well, I mean, again, if I was making the decision,
I don't
that's
know.
what I'd choose. But he and Latia, he seems to just go nuts for her. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
Luckily, they brought in the reinforcements, which brings me to my rose. Joey is back. Joey was the Bachelor last season, and that's how I feel whenever I see him on my screen, you guys. I love him so much, and I was happy that he was here to help Grant out, because this is a really tough part of this process that he's in right now. And it's nice to be with someone who understands the process just as well as he does, you know?
Yeah.
Who can explain to him what he was feeling at that time. And I think in general, it's good for contestants on the show to have some kind of support system.
Yeah, they're so isolated.
Exactly. You're talking to nothing but producers. So talking to someone who is, and I mean.
we love you.
talking
We
to
love your
producers.
advice.
But it's nice to talk to someone who's been through the same thing as you. And I really liked the advice that Joey shared with Grant.
Sometimes there's going to be issues and things come up, and it's more about how you guys handle that.
Right.
It's actually nice in this experience when problems kind of arise, because you get to feel how you would handle problems in the real world. Is it Roseanne?
Okay, how's Joey doing in the real world?
He and Kelsey
too?
are still together. Things seem good. They're not married yet, but they still are going strong and seem to be a really happy couple. So he
Yes.
did great on Dancing with the Stars. So, I mean, that's all we can ask for, Bachelor.
I think that's an interesting point, because there's so much stress and pressure
Right.
with all the cameras on, that if you can handle, you know, problem solving in a relationship
Right.
with that, like, probably a good chance you can handle it privately when the cameras aren't
Right,
on.
and that's the thing, is real life is not all private jets and galas. You know, it's
No.
waiting at the airport when your flight gets delayed and
Yeah.
liking the person you're waiting next to, you know? And so I think it's actually good when there are mishaps or things that go wrong or things that really show your real character of how do you deal with things that aren't sunshine and rainbows all the
Especially
time.
when people are frustrated, you know, like when something
Right.
breaks in your house. That never happens at my house. Oh my goodness. Okay, the Bud, what are we looking forward to?
Yes, so next week is the Women Tell All, which is always interesting. We get to see all the contestants come back and talk to one another. I'm a little worried it's going to turn into the Carolina show again and going to just kind of be conversations about Carolina. And, you know, if it is, then it is. But I hope we get to hear from some of the other women, because I think there was a lot of really great women this season that we didn't really get to hear that much of and from. And then next week, overnights, fantasy suites. And Latia has made it clear that she will not be sleeping with Grant, and she hopes he will not sleep with anyone else. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
I don't know what decision he's going to make, but we'll see how Latia handles that.
See, I like how she just puts that out there, though. Like, I think if you know what's
well, she
coming.
told her mom, she didn't tell Grant.
Oh, okay.
She will tell Grant that at some
She will,
point, but
okay.
she has not yet told him that.
Okay, but I actually think that's smart. Like, go in with an expectation of like, okay, pump the brakes here, buddy. Like, I'm not just
Yeah,
going to
no, I
give
think
you everything that you want
The
just because
real
it's an
benefit
overnight.
of overnights is no cameras. That's what
Right.
I think is the most
Yeah.
important thing. Is you can have real conversations without worrying. Okay, am I sitting up straight? Am I pointing the light right? You know, you can actually talk to one another.
Yeah, or is somebody from my past going to hear this if I'm talking about like, you know?
Exactly. So I think that that's the most important thing about overnights, and I think that we'll see what happens with him and Latia. It reminds me of Zach's season where Zach said, I'm not going to sleep with anyone, and then slept with 2 of them, and it was just messy. So we'll see.
Can I put you on the spot real
Please,
quick?
please.
So the women tell all. Now that you, in hindsight, now
Yeah.
that you kind of narrowed it down to the final 2,
Yeah.
do you think that he missed anybody, or are you pretty happy with the 2 that he
Oh,
has?
interesting. The internet would tell you he missed Alex. People really wish that Alex had a better shot at it, but I think that at the end of the day, you got to just make the decision that feels right to
Yeah.
you. And you know, if you didn't choose me once, you can't choose me again. You
Maybe
know?
she'll be the next Bachelorette.
I would like to see that.
All right, Betsy, thank you. She's going to be back next week to tell us all about the Women Tell All. She'll tell us all. We'll be right back.
Esteemed.